So, when you're out on a date or looking for people to date, you kind of have an idea of the certain things you look for a partner, right? Like pretty face, good personality, physical attraction, good sense of humor, similar interests, and a multitude of other things, right? But have you ever thought past all that and looked at why we really like all those specific qualities? Have you ever thought about the subconscious level of all your choices in partners? Through a little research from different sources, I have looked at a whole new level of finding and getting along in in relationships. Kind of crazy if you think about it, right? So, one place I found has a lot of differences is what men and women look for in their partners. There were a lot of surveys done asking men and women their preferences in their partners. It was found that women cared more about deeper things like a sense of humor, personality, and success. So, money. Men, on the other hand, rated their top trait in their partner's physical attractiveness. So, how does the basic life skill of choice play into this? According to Trees, the author of my book, sounds like I'm talking about trees, right? It mentioned a study done with a group of students in a photography class. The students made a print of their two best pictures. They were then told that they could choose one of the photos, but the other one would just be kept on file as an example of their work. There were two groups. The first group was told that their choice was final. They couldn't change their minds. The second group was told that they could switch the pictures if they had changed their minds. A survey showed later that the first group who couldn't change their mind was happier with their choice. Researchers found that our brain has a built-in defense system that helps make us satisfied with choices that can't be undone. So even though we think that we would like the freedom to change our minds, in reality our minds are happier when we make choices that can't be changed. So how does that relate to relationships and marriage? Well, in our society today, think of how easy it is to back out of a marriage. Pretty easy, right? As a whole, our society seems unhappier than they were years ago when it was frowned upon to get a marriage. So, because we have the choice to say bye-bye to our partners, we are less happy with our choice of having a relationship with them. Trees says the ability to change our minds romantically is hurting our relationships, no doubt. That is why arranged marriages generally work out in the end. It is against their culture to back out of the relationship, and because of that, their brains adapt to the fact that they are to be in that relationship, so it makes itself happy. Because of the fact that men and women look at different things when they are looking in their partners, they looked deeper into the wants of both sexes and also looked at why people cheat. They found that 30 to 50% of American men have at least one affair over the course of their marriage. 56% of those men described their marriage as very happy. Women, on the other hand, said that 20 to 40% of them had at least one affair during their marriages, and most of the women who had affairs described their marriages as unhappy. So basically, this goes to our subconscious level. Men, like in every other species, have it hot-wired into their brains that they want to plant their genes wherever they possibly can, whereas women cheat for a totally different reason. Generally, a woman would choose a husband she could see herself with her whole life, and who could be a good caretaker of a child. The reason they cheat is because they are looking for genetics. The man they marry isn't necessarily the handsomest man in the world, but she loves him and he's a good caretaker. She wants the better genetics, but she wants the better genetics. So because of their subconscious want for a perfect child, she seeks out a partner for their genetics, but wants her husband to take care of the child. This all gets a little mind-boggling once you actually start thinking about it. So, since we have so many problems in our relationships, Trees, Steele, Cloud, and Perel all agree that we should try to make these marriages work in today's society through several different ways. The basis of all marriages goes back to communication, honesty, and trust, of course, but there are other things that a relationship needs. With several experts in agreement on this, a marriage needs a certain degree of mystery in it. Cloud states, take Christmas. Kids, and adults, often enjoy the anticipation of Santa's visit more than the actual presents he brings. If you look at other instances in life, humans enjoy the anticipation of mystery. Prowl confirms her agreement when she says mystery isn't about traveling to new places, it's about looking with new eyes. This is huge. People need to learn how to make mystery in a relationship, and not just by lying and cheating. Marriage, dating, and relationships. It's all hard and complicated to understand. It's beyond most of us to know or even think about the subconscious level of love and why we choose the people we do. But it's there.